We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the league!
This is the Inter Miami pregame show, live from the ESPN West Palm studios. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Decision day in the MLS. Our Inter Miami Herons on the road to end the season in Nashville. Welcome on in to your Inter Miami pregame show. I am Mike Rizzo. I'm taking you all the way up until kickoff. 6 o'clock kickoff, which we know more like 6:09, 6:10 within the MLS, but certainly decision day today. And we got early starts, at least for the Eastern Conference times. A lot of these games, 7 o'clock on the Eastern Conference side, or rather on the Eastern Standard Time, but 6 o'clock starts. 6 o'clock starts for all of the home teams that are in the Eastern Conference. And then on the flip side, for the Western Conference, they're all playing at 9 o'clock. So 6 o'clock starts tonight and 9 o'clock starts tonight. We'll go through each fixture and what it means for the upcoming MLS Cup playoffs. Well, we know one thing for our Inter Miami Herons. They cannot finish lower than third. Inter Miami is locked in on that third spot. Teams like Charlotte and NYCFC have 56 points to teams that are in fourth and fifth. If they even win if they win their game tonight and get all 3 points, that's 59. Even if our Herons get no points in Nashville tonight, Inter Miami securely in that third place spot. Now, what makes things interesting is FC Cincinnati. Now, Cincinnati is playing Montreal FC tonight. They are playing them at home, and Montreal is a team who is playing for pride. They're a bad team this year in the Eastern Conference. 28 points on the table for Montreal this season. So one would think that Cincinnati is most likely going to win the fixture against Montreal. So I think Inter Miami focus on playing good soccer. God forbid, injuries. I think that's another thing as well. You don't want anyone picking up knocks tonight. But our Herons are putting out a very strong lineup, and personally, I like it. I think you want to build in the momentum heading into the MLS Cup. I think you want to keep your players fresh. And I think it's the right move by head gaffer Javier Mascherano tonight as our Herons are gearing up to face Nashville SC. Now, Nashville has been on a bit of a roller coaster their last 5 games. They drew their most recent fixture. They won 2 games before, so they drew Montreal, and they won against Houston. But the fixtures before that, they lost 3 games in a row. So Nashville, a team who was in the top 4 for most of the year on the Eastern Conference side, is reeling a bit with the MLS playoffs looming. So I think for Nashville tonight, it's big for them. They got a lot to play for with 54 points. So to put more things in perspective on the MLS Cup playoffs, Nashville is in 6th place with 54 points. Orlando is behind them in 7th with 53. Now, this is, I don't want to say one of my bigger nightmares, but certainly something I wanted to avoid. If Nashville loses to the Herons tonight and Orlando City is victorious against Toronto or wins by, and listen, the MLS Cup playoffs, the tiebreakers are listed: total number of wins, goal differential, goals for. So those are the 3 things when, looking at tiebreakers: total number of wins, goal differential, and goals for. Now, if we take a look at Nashville, they have 16 wins. Orlando City has 14. If Orlando wins tonight, Nashville would still have more points, or rather more wins, but Cincinnati, or rather Orlando City, will have more. So if Orlando wins, that's 56 points for Orlando. If our Herons beat Nashville, that is only 54 points for Nashville. Hence, Orlando City would jump Nashville, and Inter Miami would face off against Orlando in the first round. Now, FC Cincinnati could lose to Montreal, but I personally don't see that happening. I've said that multiple times here on the broadcast already. I think Cincinnati wins pretty convincingly at home against a bad team, Montreal, but crazier things have happened. So that's kind of what's going on with Inter Miami and Nashville. Obviously, our Herons and Nashville, the team they're playing tonight. It's kind of hard to gauge what Orlando is going to look like against Toronto. If you guys remember, Toronto is a team who, before they previously lost to LAFC, it's a team who drew 9 games in a row. And that's from August 9th. So from August 9th all the way until October 8th, they drew every single fixture. And I really think it could be a mucked up game for Orlando. We know Toronto, pretty good defense. Their goalkeeper, Sean Johnson, had a stellar performance against our Herons when we were in Toronto. But I do think Orlando City probably has the upper hand tonight as well. So my best guess, Inter Miami beats Nashville, FC Cincinnati beats Montreal, and Orlando City beats Toronto. And that would mean Inter Miami would be the 3 seed and Orlando would be the 6th seed. Listen, my dad has a saying, don't fan scared, but Orlando is one of those teams that certainly played Inter Miami tough this year. They won both of their MLS fixtures, but Inter Miami got the last laugh in the League's Cup and beat them pretty handedly too in that second half within the League's Cup. But it's always hard, man. You're going to play a derby team in the playoffs. You're going to play a team that is 2.5 hours north. I think that would be tough for anybody. I really do. I think that would be tough for anybody to face off against a rival in round 1. Pretty cruel. And I think Orlando City's saying the same stuff too. And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe Orlando City and their fans are saying, "Bring on Inter Miami. We know this team. We got their number." But I personally would rather avoid Orlando, who is currently in that 7th spot and could move up if they win against Toronto, if our Herons beat Nashville tonight. So, but who knows? Maybe Cincinnati will throw Inter Miami a bone. Maybe Cincinnati doesn't get the full 3 points against Montreal. Now, if Inter Miami, hear me out on this too. If Inter Miami gets 3 points and somehow, some way, Montreal ties Cincinnati, Inter Miami would be the 2 seed. But a lot of people think that's wishful thinking. I've really done my due diligence of watching these MLS teams, all year long. Montreal just doesn't have they don't have the quality of player that FC Cincinnati does. They would truly have to have an inspiring performance late in the season. And, 1, 2, 3 Cancun, that's what I think a lot of Montreal players are thinking in the back of their head. They're already making their off-season plans. Family, friends probably getting involved. In Cincinnati probably is similar to our Inter Miami Herons. They feel like they could win the whole kit and caboodle. They feel like they could win the whole Bunderdo. So I think 2 different philosophies entering this game, but who knows? Maybe Montreal can surprise us. Now, I do have starting 11s for our Inter Miami Herons. I wanted to go through what was really going on that MLS table with our Herons and Nashville, who Inter Miami is facing off tonight. But Inter Miami putting out a very strong 11 as we are visiting Nashville for the final game of the MLS season. Now, to get it out of the way, I don't think it comes surprise to anybody anymore because he plays in every game. But Lionel Messi in the starting 11. He will be playing the number 10 role tonight behind Luis Suarez. Lionel Messi playing a cam role, a central attacking fielder. Let's get you your 11. Now, 4-2-3-1. It is a 4-2-3-1. Your defenders from left to right, Jordi Alba, Maxi Falcon, Gonzalo Luan, and Marcelo Wegan. So Alba left fullback, Maxi Falcon left center back, and Gonzalo Luan is the right center back. And then kind of wrapping things up in the defense at right back, Marcelo Wegan. So no Ian Frey on that right side. Next, your DMs, your 2 central defending midfielders, Rodrigo De Paul and Sergio Busquets. So those two going to be playing at least, I think, more of a defensive role. I believe we'll see DePaul involved in the attack, recycling passes and whatnot. But we know one thing: Busquets, one of the best number 5s in world football history. He'll be playing his deep lying playmaker role, making passes into the offense and tracking back on defense. Moving up to the 3 attackers, you got Tadio Allende coming off of the right. Lionel Messi, I mentioned, is centralized as the cam and number 10 tonight. And then Baltasar Rodriguez coming off the left. No Matteo Silvetti tonight. Silvetti is still playing in the U20 World Cup. Silvetti had the game-winning goal in the semifinals in the U20 Cup. So it's good to see Matteo Silvetti balling out on the international side for the U20 Argentinians. But the sad part is he will be unavailable for tonight. And I think he could have been really, really obviously useful for Inter Miami as they wrap up their season in Nashville. And to wrap up the lineup, you got Suarez playing the number 9, the lone striker up top. Once again, Alba, Falcone, Luan Weigand, DePaul and Busquets, Rodriguez, Messi, Allende, and Suarez up top. And for the third game in a row, Rocco Rios Novo is getting the start in goal. Oscar Ustadi will be coming off of the bench. It seems like Rios Novo has the favor of manager Javier Mascherano. So Rios Novo back in goal. I do have the reserves here as well. We got Oscar, who I mentioned, coming off the bench, 2 goalkeepers off the bench, and Oscar Ustadi and Ryan Yarborough. Ian Frey, Toto Aviles, Ryan Saylor, Noah Allen, Yannick Bright, Telasco Segovia, and Fafa Pico. I was a little surprised not to see Frey on that right side. Frey has been a very, very solid option for Coach Mascherano throughout the entire season. I think he brings more on the attack than Weigand, and I think it's a little more pace. Weigand a lot more physical and maybe a little precise on his short passes, but Ian Frey with long balls, his foot skills, and I think his tracking all the way back, or rather all the way up to the offense is what makes him a little different. But Coach Mascherano going with our guy Marcelo Weigand coming up tonight. When we come back, I'll get you a Nashville 11. But this is your Inter Miami Radio Network. We are moments, or rather a couple of minutes away from getting the ball rolling in Nashville. I'm on the call filling in for my good friend Ken Levica, voice of the Inter Miami Herons. Ken is on college football duty today, but I got you covered for the entire game. We're going to have a lot of fun. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, to my right, and we are your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience a Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 and now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
We are live in Nashville. Mike Rizzo filling in for the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka. Our OG, on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, is to my right, and we're getting you ready for a big decision day, end-of-the-season matchup between our Inter Miami Herons and Nashville SC. Nashville right now currently as the 6th-place team, our Inter Miami Herons in 3rd. Pending a draw or a loss by FC Cincinnati to Montreal, Inter Miami most likely will be the 3 seed at the end of tonight. Now, Inter Miami with a win and a loss or a draw by FC Cincinnati, they will be the 2 seed. And also Orlando City, Inter Miami's bitter rival, our Herons' bitter rival. Orlando is sitting in the 7th spot, and they are right behind Nashville. So if our Herons beat Nashville tonight and Orlando is able to claim victory against Toronto, Orlando will be the 6th seed. So keep all this in mind. I know it's very confusing. It's always confusing on decision day in the MLS and with everything going on. But all of the Eastern Conference matchups are going to be wrapped up with these 6 o'clock games. No Eastern Conference team plays later than 6 p.m. tonight. And the lone Western Conference team that plays an Eastern Conference team is NYC FC versus Seattle. So as far as the Western Conference, we'll know everything after the 9 o'clock games tonight. But, our Herons playing in the Eastern Conference, we should be all square and ready to go and really knowing what we're going to be doing on that Eastern Conference table. I mentioned Inter Miami starting 11, Jordi Alba, Maxi Falcone, Gonzalo Luan, Marcelo Wagon, Sergio Busquets, Rodrigo Paul, and then your 4 attackers tonight, Tadeo Allende, Lionel Messi, Baltasar Rodriguez, and Luis Suarez. Rocco Rios Novo in goal for Oscar Ustadi. Inter Miami with a 4-2-3-1, and that's how they shake out. Now, as far as Nashville, they're going with a 4-3-3. A 4-3-3. In goal for them is Joe Willis. And then following with the 4 defenders of Lovitz, Zimmerman, Maher, and Nahar. So those are the 4 defenders for Nashville tonight. Moving on to the midfield. You got Moyle, Yazbek, and Tagseth. And then the 3 attackers, Mukhtar, Sam Surridge, and Schaffelberg. Now, Sam Surridge is one of the top 3 players in the Golden Boot race right now. Sam Surridge, one of the better goal scorers in the MLS this season. But in my personal opinion, Lionel Messi is going to walk away as the Golden Boot winner. And I personally think it's an absolute joke if Lionel Messi does not win the MVP for the 2nd year in a row. Let me explain. Lionel Messi, folks, has contributed to more goals in the 2025 MLS season this year than 11 teams have scored in the league. Let me rephrase that. Lionel Messi has contributed to more goals in 2025 in the MLS than 11 teams have scored in the league. So to put it in perspective, Lionel Messi has 44 goal contributions, 26 goals and 15 assists. The Houston Dynamo as a team have 43 goals scored. The Colorado Rapids have 42 goals scored. Cincinnati, 42. All the way down to DC United, who has 29. So Messi's goal and assist contribution is more goals for than 11 MLS teams. In what world could I possibly live in where Lionel Messi is the back-to-back MLS MVP? I think that the award is as good as his, and obviously we will be finding all of this stuff out tonight after decision day. As far as Inter Miami's lineup, though, that 4-2-3-1, I think it's early on in the I feel like early on in the season, Mascherano found a little something in the 4-4-2, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and Messi and Suarez in a dual strike partnership up top. I thought they found something there, especially in the FIFA Club World Cup. If you remember, Inter Miami went to the knockout stage at the FIFA Club World Cup and became the first MLS team to beat a UEFA club team. So a lot of good obviously came from that competition. Let's fast forward a little bit throughout the regular season. Coach Mascherano kind of tinkered around with the lineup. He tinkered around with the 4-4-2. He tinkered around with a 4-3-3. But I think this 4-2-3-1 with the 2 dedicated central defending midfielders of DePaul and Busquets, or even substitute Bright because Rodrigo came on over about 2.5 months ago from Atletico Madrid. I like the 2 defensive midfielders. I think it gives Lionel Messi and the attackers up top more coverage to do what they want. Those Western Conference teams that Inter Miami played early on, specifically Vancouver, it was really one-way traffic on the counter. And I feel like the 2 DMs in Busquets, DePaul, and company that are back are able to kind of neutralize the counter, neutralize a team that likes to get out and run. I think you're going to see a little bit of that from DePaul and Busquets. Now, we know DePaul likes to join the attack. He's not always just going to be sitting at the midfield line waiting for, to win a ball. That's not how he plays. DePaul is brilliant with the ball at his feet, making one-time passes around the box and kind of being a safety valve for Inter Miami when they want to recycle back to the defense or do a big switch. Go from the left side of the field, pivot quickly to DePaul, and he could play the person in space on his side. Tonight, he is playing the right side, so that would be like a Baltasar Rodriguez playing a skip pass to DePaul, and DePaul quickly playing in Tadio Allende. So I kind of see that's how the lineup is going to go tonight for Inter Miami. DePaul involved, but also a ball-winning central defending midfielder tonight. I can't wait for this, folks. I think this is the best time of the MLS season, the last game of the season. We're going to know what the Eastern Conference is going to look like. We're going to know where Inter Miami fits in, when they're going to play. All of our answers are probably going to be answered coming up tonight. But it's going to be a tough matchup. Sam Surridge, a brilliant goal scorer. A brilliant goal scorer on the other side. Nashville was a team who flirted with being in top 4, or rather, they were planted in the top 4 for most of the season. And I think tonight is going to be a test for Inter Miami, but I personally think they're going to pass it with flying colors. And I want to keep everybody in mind again, the teams that are in 7th and 6th right now that Inter Miami will most likely see in the MLS Cup playoffs. Orlando City and Nashville. There's a world where we live where Inter Miami will play Nashville in the best of 3. Round 1 is best of 3. So the wild card, shout out to my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez. He gave me the schedule. The wild card round is October 22nd. The round 1 best of 3 starts October 24th and will end November 9th. So that's basically, it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the best of 3 series, 1 game a week. And then on the flip side of things, the wild card teams, for those that don't know, the wild card matchup that's happening October 22nd in 4 days here. That's the 8 versus the 9 in the Western Conference and in the Eastern Conference. And that team, both of those teams, will play their respected first overall seed in their conference. So, for instance, if I head on over to FOTMob and I check on the MLS Eastern Conference table right now, if it were end today without Derby Day, or rather Decision Day, it would be Chicago and Columbus. They would face off in the wild card round, and the winner would play the Philadelphia Union, because the Union are the number 1 team within that Eastern Conference. So a lot of things. I know everyone's head. I probably have everybody's head spinning, but that's exactly what it looks like. Now, the top goal scorers in the MLS, you got Lionel Messi with 26, Denis Bouanga at 24, and Sam Surridge at 23. Unless Bouanga has a hat trick and Sam Surridge has 4 goals in the game tonight, I think Lionel Messi is going to win that Golden Boot race, and I think he is going to win his second straight MLS MVP. And to keep in mind too, again, what we started the segment with, Lionel Messi has contributed to more goals in 2025 in Major League Soccer than 11 teams have scored in the league. Goal contributions are goals and assists. Lionel Messi has 26 goals, 15 assists. So that equals 44. The Houston Dynamo as a team have 43 goals scored. The Colorado Rapids have 42 goals scored. And then all the way down to DC United, who has 29. Lionel Messi is an absolute machine, and I personally think he's going to be your back-to-back MLS MVP. Let's take our second timeout of the pregame show. When we return, we'll go through the lineups again. We'll continue to break down Inter Miami, our Herons, ending the season at Nashville. I'll keep everybody up to date during the broadcast as well on what's going on in these other fixtures, specifically that Orlando game and that FC Cincinnati game. Those are the games that mean the most for our Inter Miami Herons coming up tonight. Keep it locked in right here on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the Inter Miami pregame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
We are live at Geodis Park in Nashville. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, is to my right, and we are getting ready for the last fixture of the regular season for our Inter Miami Herons. The Herons on the road here in Nashville and are certainly jockeying, or rather hoping to be jockeying for playoff seeding tonight. Now, Inter Miami is locked in at the spot. They cannot go lower than third, but if things go their way with a win and an FC Cincinnati draw or loss against CF Montreal, Inter Miami could get the 2 seed. Orlando sitting in 7th place with 53 points, and the opponent Inter Miami is facing tonight, Nashville, has 54. There is a world where Inter Miami could be the 3 seed and Orlando could be the 6 seed. So we could get the Florida Derby in a best of 3. But we have to see how things will shake out. None of this is concrete yet. But Inter Miami cannot go lower than 3rd. They cannot go higher than 2 with Philadelphia winning the Supporter Shield and getting that first overall seed. And they will take on the wild card teams. And right now, if the season were to end before decision day, it would have been or rather, the wild card right now would be Chicago versus Columbus. And Columbus, man, what a fall from grace the Crew have had this year as well. They are the last team in the MLS Cup. Now, they are in the playoffs because the New York Red Bulls bowed late in the year with losing 3 out of their last 4 games. But Columbus and Chicago, the 2 wild card teams on the Eastern Conference side, they will be playing. The winner of that, rather, will be playing the Philadelphia Union. So that's what the playoff picture looks like right now. 2 teams that are battling for the 4th and the 5th spots, or rather, I would say in play for 4, 5, 6, and 7 all around is Charlotte, NYCFC, Nashville, and Orlando. Charlotte has 56 points. New York has 56 points. Nashville, as I've mentioned, with 54. And then Orlando, as we've mentioned, has 53. So that's kind of how things will shake out on that Eastern Conference table. If we quickly go to the Western Conference, Vancouver in first with 63, San Diego in second with 60, and LAFC is in third place with 59. So Vancouver right now is that number 1 seed. They have 63 points. San Diego, even with their win and 63 points total, they do not have a better goal differential than Vancouver. So Vancouver has that number 1 seed. The fight right now is 2 through 4. 2 through 4 can change at a whim depending on results tonight in the 9 o'clock games on decision day. San Diego, LAFC, and Minnesota. They're so 60 for San Diego, 59 for LAFC, and 58 for Minnesota. Things could change on a whim in those games. Obviously, we will be off air by 9 o'clock tonight, but keep an eye on those Western Conference matchups. And then the lone Western Conference team that plays an Eastern Conference team or vice versa, the only interleague action we have tonight or interconference action we have tonight is NYCFC and the Seattle Sounders. But this is your Inter Miami Radio Network. We are live at Geodis Park here in Nashville. Let's get you your 11s before we take our final timeout of the pregame show. I'm expecting a 6:09, 6:10 kickoff here in Nashville, so we are about 5 minutes away from kicking the ball off. The 11 for Inter Miami in a 4-2-3-1. Jordi Alba, Maxi Falcone, Gonzalo Luan, Marcelo Wagon, Sergio Busquets. We go to Paul, Baltasar Rodriguez, Lionel Messi, Tadio Allende, and then Luis Suarez. You got Rocco Rios Novo in net. Oscar Ustadi will be coming off of the bench. The 11 for Nashville: Daniel Lovitz, Walker Zimmerman, Jack Maher, Andy Nahar. Those are the 4 defenders. The 3 midfielders: Alex Mule, Patrick Yazbek, and Edvan Tugseth. And the 3 attackers: Jacob Schaffelbug, Sam Surridge, and Haney Mukhtar. Sam Surridge is 3rd in the Golden Boot race as of right now. The players walking out onto the pitch right now. We are moments away from the national anthem. Once again, live at Geodis Park, decision day. The Inter Miami will be playing in round 1 in that best of 3. Round 1 best 3 starts October 24th and will end Sunday, November 9th. The wild card fixture will be October 22nd between the 8th and the 9th seed of the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. So winner of those games will play the 1 seed of the East and the West. Let's take our final timeout of the pregame show. When we return, we got all the action on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 1 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
We interrupt our regularly scheduled program for this special presentation of Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3.
Goal to Messi!
Now let's get to the pitch.
Oh, it's a cannon shot! Go ahead and give him the goal of the week!
Here's Ken LaVicka.
Mike Rizzo filling in for the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, in the final fixture for our Inter Miami Herons in the regular season. Welcome on in to welcome to Pitchside. Mike Rizzo and my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, to my right. It is decision day in the MLS. We will continue to keep everybody updated on what is going on around the MLS. I'll do my due diligence to make sure I keep an eye on all of the fixtures on the Eastern Conference side. All of the Eastern Conference teams are going to be playing at 6 o'clock. They're going to be playing at 6 o'clock coming up. So we will know exactly who Inter Miami will be playing at 6 and where they are, rather after the 6 o'clock fixtures, and where they are on the table. The two teams you're really watching tonight, if you're an Inter Miami fan, is Orlando, who is in the 7th seed right now, and FC Cincinnati. Cincinnati is the 2nd seed. If Cincinnati loses or ties against Montreal and Inter Miami wins tonight, Inter Miami will be the 2 seed. If Inter Miami beats Nashville tonight and Orlando beats Toronto, Orlando will be the 6th seed. So there is a world we live in where we will get the Florida Derby in the round 1 best of 3. Round 1 starts October 24th, and it will end November 9th. So a lot to play for on decision day throughout the MLS. So we'll keep an eye on the fixtures, and we have starting 11s. Inter Miami going with a 4-2-3-1. 4 defenders, 2 central defending midfielders, 3 attackers, and a lone striker up top. You have Marcelo Weigand, Gonzalo Luan, Maxi Falcone, and Jordi Alba. Rodrigo de Paul and Sergio Busquets. And then the 4 attackers are Tadio Allende, Lionel Messi, Baltasar Rodriguez, and Luis Suarez, the lone striker up top. Nashville is going with a 4-3-3. Daniel Lavis, Walker Zimmerman, Jack Maher, Andy Nahar. The 3 midfielders, Alex Mule, Patrick Yazbek, Edvin Tagseth, and then the 3 attackers, Jacob Schaffelberg, Sam Surridge, and Haney Mukhtar. Sam Surridge right now is 3rd in the Golden Boot race. In my opinion, Lionel Messi has already wrapped that up with 26 goals. And in 2nd place is Boanga from LAFC. Pending a hat trick and Lionel Messi being held goalless tonight, I do not see this going anywhere else but in Lionel Messi's trophy case. The head referee tonight is John Freeman. Freeman, a very, very veteran referee, one of the better referees, I think, within the MLS. So I think the calls should be pretty fair, and we are moments away from getting the ball rolling here at Geodis Park. Luis Suarez boots it, and we are underway here in Geodis Park. Baltasar Rodriguez will play it back to the Inter Miami defense. Inter Miami right now, that 2nd seed, pending on what FC Cincinnati does and what happens throughout the MLS. Inter Miami most likely going to be that 3rd spot unless Montreal can play hero tonight. There are a lot of implications in that Western Conference in the MLS. 2, 3, 4, and 5 still to be figured out within the Western Conference. So plenty of action on decision day, and we are underway with our Inter Miami Herons and Rodrigo de Paul playing it back and recycling to the defense. Almost a minute played here as Rocco Rios Novo will play it out the back. Inter Miami getting pressed early by Nashville. Falcone back to Rios Novo. Maxi Falcone, who has been one of the better Inter Miami defenders, as he almost has a howler here. There's a tackle in the box and no foul. Maxi Falcone played a slow roller. I was giving him flowers. Maxi played a slow roller to Sergio Busquets, and winning that ball was Haney Mukhtar. But Inter Miami avoiding disaster and a capitulation on their defense. Inter Miami now is probing Baltasar, looking for Allende, but that ball is won by Mule and played back to goalkeeper Joe Willis. Nashville, a team that was flirting with the top 4 all MLS season long, they now find themselves on the outside looking in and not having a home field advantage, being in 6th. A minute 53 and counting played in the first half. Our Inter Miami Herons now on the press, as in the back right now are Walker Zimmerman and Jack Maher. They're getting pressed. They're going to play it back to Joe Willis. Tadio Allende and Luis Suarez pressuring Nashville D as Lionel Messi laying in prowl, maybe to get the ball. But Nashville now in Inter Miami territory. Inter Miami wins it, and with a shaky defense. That was Gonzalo Luan who won it for our Herons, and now we're on the run. Messi plays to Alba. Alba crossed keep, and that one will go out of bounds. Alba was actually going to the back stick. He was looking for Rodrigo DePaul, but took a heavy touch. That one went into the 10th row. Nashville has they have really slapped the press on early. Gonzalo Luan was getting heckled by Sam Surridge and Haney Mukhtar, similar to how Maxi Falcone got heckled on that short roller pass that almost turned into a howler and a goal for Nashville. Here is Nashville going into Inter Miami territory now. This is Yazbek. Played it off to Schaffelberg. Now Tagseth. Tagseth lays it off to Mukhtar. Now Nashville will recycle back to their defense. Nashville going, when they're in attacking form, they're going with two in the back, and those two in the back are Zimmerman and Maher. This is Yazbek. Now far side touchline to Mukhtar. Mukhtar ball rolls, plays it back to Tagseth. Now to Mukhtar. Still working on that far side touchline. Nashville probing the Inter Miami defense. Mukhtar was looking for a cutting Sam Surridge in the box. They're going to have to recycle to the defense. And Maher. Nashville still probing. Far touchline. They're playing a little 3-man 3 ball with Mukhtar, Yazbek, and their defender Maher. Got a long cross into that far side touchline, and Nashville is there. Box a ball into the box, but Maxi Falcone doing a good job of thwarting that, but Nashville right back on the press. I think Nashville made it clear that they're going to pressure Inter Miami early and often in this game. They have 7 players in attacking form heckling, which means what for Inter Miami? If Inter Miami could breach that press, they could get out onto the run in transition. Like I said, the 2 guys that are playing back right now for Nashville are Walker Zimmerman and Jack Maher. The rest are the rest are really up front pressuring Inter Miami. Now Nashville going to drop back a bit and let Inter Miami inch closer to that midfield touchline. This is Luan with space in his own territory. He'll do a big switch to Maxi Falcone in that far side touchline. Falcone. 5:06 played in the first half. 0-0, Nashville and our Herons. Been a lot of pressing by Nashville. Been a lot of, I think, feeling out by both teams. DePaul near side touchline plays in the middle of Messi. Messi gets his pocket picked by Tagseth, and on the run now is Mukhtar. Mukhtar plays ahead, and he crosses it into Surridge, but a good job. Rodrigo DePaul able to thwart it out. A corner kick coming up for Nashville. So getting the replay here, Mukhtar had a lot of space. He actually played on Schaffelberg. Schaffelberg played a cross. It was a bad ball. Sam Surridge wanted it a lot early, and he made that clear. Surridge was in on that back post as well, but give credit, Rodrigo DePaul tracking back and blasting that behind his net for a Nashville corner. Taking this corner is Edvan Tagseth, the young Norwegian. Nashville getting their Nashville chance in. This is a pretty good home advantage right now for Nashville. I was expecting maybe a couple of Lionel Messi supporters being loud in the stands, but the home supporters are making themselves heard here. This is a fan base that is dying for some soccer. And some playoff soccer. All right. Left-footed in-swinger by Edvin Tagseth is put in the air. And that one went off of what looks like Jack Maher's head, and that it's going to be a goal kick for Inter Miami. Yes, that is off Maher as he was fighting with Luis Suarez, and that one rolled out of bounds. Rather, that was Walker Zimmerman. Excuse me. Walker Zimmerman, the former United States men's national team player, and Coach Greg Berhalter. You see now Coach Pochettino in the current position, and a guy who is involved in the Federation, B.J. Callahan, is actually the head gaffer for Nashville. Callahan actually coached a couple of friendlies while the United States were trying to figure out their next move at the gaffer position. Inter Miami now has it in their own territory, 7:32 and counting in this first half. Nashville on the year, 16 wins, 11 draws, and 6 losses. That is good for 6th in the Eastern Conference. And now, turnover Inter Miami. Nashville on the run. Here's Mukhtar. He plays Schaffelberg, far side touchline, inching closer to the box. Schaffelberg cross in. And that one is thwarted out by Inter Miami, but Allende loses it. We have a player down for Inter Miami. It looks like Falcone. Referee has not stopped play, and now he stops play. Falcone's calling for trainers. He's still grabbing that right ankle. And now John Freeman, head referee, calls for time. Let's see the replay. Mukhtar was slashing in, and wow, Mukhtar stepped right on Falcone's foot. Studs up on Falcone's foot. And immediately Maxey went to ground and called for the physios. 8:30 and counting in the first half. I wonder if they're going to take a look at this. I personally do not think this is a red card. Maybe if John Freeman goes to the monitor, you could see a yellow card come out of his pocket. But now the Inter Miami physios rushing out onto the field. And Falcone is pleading with head referee John Freeman to maybe take a look at this thing. The veteran German Mukhtar was dribbling with the ball, and it looked accidental. I mean, you can't say that this was on purpose. But listen, we know the rules of football. You go studs up, even accidentally. I mean, I'm a Manchester United fan in Europe, and I saw Marcus Rashford get thrown out of a game in the Champions League for accidentally stepping on someone similar to this. But I don't even think John Freeman is going to look at this, let alone present a card. Decision day in the MLS. Our Inter Miami Herons sitting at 3rd on that Eastern Conference table. Nashville sitting in 6th. 9:50. We're going to get a lot of extra time here as the replay is back on. And he does step on his foot, but I don't see anything happening here. I think they're just going to take care of Maxey and get this ball going again. Now, Inter Miami did have one chance in the game. It was a brilliant ball, Messi to Alba. Alba had a back stick cross in, but he shot it over the post and went 10 rows up out of bounds. Now, I think Maxey might have to come out of the game. He's trotting to the sideline. I'm not sure if Mascherano is going to play with 10 men for a little bit, or if he's going to get a sub ready. I haven't necessarily seen a sub warming up either. Maybe this is a case where he has to check back into the game. But it looks like Inter Miami is going to play with 10 right now. 10:41 and counting in the first half. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Inter Miami is going to play with 10. And this is advantage Nashville at the moment. Near side touchline, Lovitz. Lovitz cross in and really bailing out Inter Miami as now they're able to grasp the ball and are a minute closer of getting Maxey Falcone back out onto the pitch and getting back to 11. Rocco Rios Novo starting in goal for Inter Miami. Rios Novo has been in play now for the last 3 games straight. 3 games straight, Rios Novo has been the goalkeeper for Inter Miami all season long. Oscar Ustadi, not to get him confused with my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez. No. This is Oscar Ustadi, who is the longtime goalkeeper for Inter Miami. He has found himself on the bench for the last 3 fixtures. Maxey Falcone back out onto the pitch at the 11:43 mark. Or rather, no, they did not let him out onto He's still waiting to enter this game. 11:50 and counting. I thought when the ball went out of bounds, he'd be able to come back on. But Inter Miami's still playing with 10. To Paul. Long through ball. Looking for Allende. And grasping that is veteran goalkeeper for Nashville, Joe Willis. Nashville's going to play out of their back. 12:09 and counting in the first half. 0-0. 0-0 the score between Nashville and our Herons. Edvin Taksev will play near side touchline to Maher. Now going far side touchline. This is Mule. Pass into the box, up in the air, Sensurich! Saved! Marco Rios Novo. It's a good ball in by Nashville. Mule played on Mukhtar. Mukhtar quickly played Schaffelberg, and Sam Surridge got his head on the end of the ball. Did not have enough pace on it, though. Mukhtar was trying to get there to clean it up, but a good save there. Rocco Rios Novo in the 12th minute. Inching closer to that 13 on the dot now. 0-0, Nashville and Inter. Inter Miami has had really one look in that box of Nashville, and it came from Jordi Alba, who sent it 10 rows up. Alba, far side touchline to Rodriguez. Alba, back to Alba. For Suarez, now a turnover. Texeth has it. He'll play back to Joe Willis, and Nashville will reset. Nashville had that press on early. They've came off of that press. Inter Miami not necessarily going full throttle on a press either. But Nashville had a suffocating press, I'd say, within the first 5 minutes of the game. Maybe that was the game plan for B.J. Callahan early on. But Inter Miami has been able to enjoy the ball at least until midfield a little bit. Can't play like that the whole game. You're going to get guys tired. But at the 13:54, 13:55 mark, 0-0. One shot on target so far. It was the Sam Surridge header, which Rocco Rios Novo was able to save. Nashville inching closer to midfield. Lovett sends a deep ball into the air. He's looking for Schaffelberg, who loses it to Luan. Now Inter Miami trying to get out onto the run. Messi, near side touchline. Two defenders on him. He loses it, and Texet ends up with it. Far side touchline. Here's Mule. Centralized back to Yazbek. Mukhtar will play Bradley. Zimmerman, right back to Mukhtar. Far side touchline nearing midfield now. Nashville inching closer to Inter Miami territory. Texeth and Yazbek with the little 2-man-2 ball. Now Yazbek sends it back to Mule. Far side touchline. Scheffelberg. Mule. Inter Miami now pressing a bit, not letting them get to midfield. Nashville's been denied midfield access the last couple of passes, but a through ball to Mule, and that one rolls out of bounds. That pass, Patrick Yazbek was looking for Alex Mule on that far side touchline. Inter Miami defense holding. They're going to get a throw in. 15-18, 15-19, 15-20 in the first half. Nashville 0, Inter Miami 0. Now they slap on the press. Nashville really pressuring Inter Miami as Jordi Alba throws it, kicks it off of Mule. Him and Falcone yelling at each other. But Alba on the throw in now. He'll play Rodriguez, who gets bullied off the ball, but gets the pass off in time. Wagon will get a head back to Rios Novo. Rios Novo grasps it and plays Wagon near side touchline. That press was back on for Nashville. So head coach B.J. Callahan being strategic once he wants to press full field. Now Inter Miami enjoying the ball with space. Here's Falcone. He gets it past the midfield mark and a push. That is Walker Zimmerman. It was a foul. Inter Miami went quick and lost possession. With it now, Yazbek to Texeth. Texeth gets it past midfield. Near side touchline to Lovitz. Lovitz ball roll back to Texeth. Texeth. Back to the midfield touchline is Zimmerman. Zimmerman, far side touchline. Here's Mule. Nashville with a chance, and a good job there by Baltasar. He headed away Mule's pass, but it landed right back at his feet. Nashville probing. Pass it from Yazbek. Back post. Saved. Rios Novo. It's a good ball by Mule. He was looking. That was Yazbek. Back post. Found Scheffelberg, but nothing going. Rios Novo stonewalled him. Here's Messi getting booed. Near side touchline. He'll go middle of the field to Busquets. Now Falcone. Inter Miami recycling back to the fence, 17-25, 17-26. Now Inter Miami gets a ball into the box, deep through ball, but the offside flag is up. And that goes against Tadio Allende. Almost to the 20-minute mark in the first half. Let's take a look at a couple of other fixtures throughout the MLS. I mentioned that the Orlando game had a lot of implications for our Herons and the FC Cincinnati game. As near side touchline is Nashville, Inter Miami slapping on a press quickly. Atlanta United has gone up 1-0 over DC United. The Crew are tied 1-1 with the Red Bulls. New England Revolution on top of Chicago Fire. And Toronto, how about this, folks? Toronto FC up 1-0 over Orlando City. Osorio had a goal in the 7th minute, so Toronto enjoying a lead early. This is going to be a foul on Inter Miami. Rodrigo DePaul tripped up Alex Mule on the near side touchline. No card shown from head referee John Freeman, but DePaul did not like the call in true Rodrigo DePaul fashion. But 1-0, Toronto leading Orlando City in that fixture. But it is 0-0 here in Nashville. 19 minutes gone by in the first half. Nashville going to have a free kick after a DePaul foul. Standing over it is Ed van Tagsel, the young Norwegian. Andy Naher cross in, headed away by Suarez, and it's going to be the second corner of the night for Nashville. Rocco Rios Novo has been active in this first half. He has 2 saves. The last one was shot at him, but that Sam Surridge header, good save by Rios Novo. I believe on the corner, doing the corners on the right side is the left-footed Edvan Tagseth. So Tagseth with a left-footed in-swinger, 1944, 1945, inching towards the 20th minute. Here's Tagseth in the box, Surridge, and blocked! Believe that was Maxi Falcone. That was a good ball by Tagseth, and Sam Surridge got a right boot on it. But Falcone, stonewall in the 20th. Big left foot. Wow, that was a goal for sure. Rios Novo went right. That ball was going left. And Falcone with a big stop. Corner again. Nashville swinging it in. And that one headed away by DePaul. Not fully cleared. Getting on the end of it is Mule. Mule will play it back to Tagseth. Tagseth cross it. Mukhtar saved. Rios Novo again. Rocco Rios Novo with his 4th save of the first half. Mukhtar got I'm going to call it a limb on it. But Rios Novo, mate, big right-handed save. And when I mean a limb, folks, he shouldered it. Nashville on the attack. Can Inter Miami clear it? Third straight corner. This one's left side. Mukhtar, the right footer, is going to take it. Ball into the box. And Rios Novo grabs it. Rocco Rios Novo showing us why he's getting his 3rd straight start for head coach Javier Mascherano in the 21st minute. 0-0. Nashville and Inter Miami. Our Herons deadlocked with Nashville. They avoided a goal there as well. A beautiful block by Maxi Falcone, and then 2 straight saves and a caught corner kick by Rocco Rios Novo. Our Herons got to calm down a bit here. It's Rodrigo DePaul now playing a big ball forward. Allende stuck his boot out. Are they going to call a foul? Could this be a card? Yep, and John Freeman, head referee, shows the first yellow card of the game. This was a deep ball. This was a deep ball by Rodrigo DePaul. He was looking for Allende, and oh boy, Allende, big left boot right in to the shoulder of Jack Maher. But Allende, a booking in the 22nd. Inter Miami has a plethora of players on the bench tonight that can come in for Allende. One that sticks out to me is Fafa Pico. But John Freeman putting Tadeo Allende in the book here in the 22nd minute. Maher still down. Allende shaking hands with him. But it was a big hit he took. I think he busted his lip a little bit too. I think what happened, folks, he took the brace of the hit. He took the brace of the hit. I think he bit down. 23:08, 23:09. There's going to be a lot of extra time once we get to that point in about 20 minutes. Our Herons had Maxi Falcone go down after Mukhtar stepped on his left foot. And now Jack Maher is down after Tadeo Allende went left boot on his shoulder. Let's check in on the other fixtures. Still no changes. It is still 1-0. Toronto up on Orlando. 0-0 NYCFC versus Seattle. The New England Revolution 1. Chicago Fire 0. 0-0 between Cincinnati and Montreal. Columbus 1. New York Red Bull 1. Charlotte and Philadelphia 0-0. And Atlanta United is up over DC United 1-0. That game is purely for pride. The game we're keeping an eye on, folks, if you're just joining us, the game we're keeping an eye on is the Orlando game. If Inter Miami wins and Orlando wins, or rather, if Orlando wins and Inter Miami stays the 3 seed, Orlando would be the 6 seed. Because right now the 5 seed is Nashville. So there is a world where our Herons would have to play Orlando. But right now, Orlando in a pickle, being down 1-0 in the 23rd minute. We are finally about to get back into play here. Jack Maher is all good. And he is, or rather, Joe Willis, the goalkeeper, is going to take the free kick. Coach Mascherano on the sideline in his patent black pants and black T-shirt. 24:56, 24:57. That took about 2 minutes. So I think there's going to be a minimum of 4 minutes of extra time coming up once we get to the 45th mark. Near side touchline is Alba. Inter Miami enjoying the ball. Press still on for Nashville. Inter Miami will retreat to Falcone. Now switches it to Luan. Luan to Wagon. Back to Rios Novo. Rios Novo with the far side touchline ball to Alba. That intercepted by Nashville. Busquets, quick ball roll, will play Messi. Brilliant pass by Sergio. Messi goes quick. Messi with space. Messi enjoying the ball, nearing the box, lifts it to Suarez. And that ball won by Nashville. But Inter Miami is on it. This is DePaul. DePaul, ball roll to Rodriguez. Now back to DePaul, who is looking for Messi in the box, and Joe Willis able to get it. But Messi, he got the ball and he went, man. He hit a burst of speed. He made a quick one-time pass looking for Suarez, but there was Walker Zimmerman able to escort the pass right to Joe Willis. 26-21, 26-22. Inching closer to the 27th mark in the first half. Texet plays Mule. Back to Texet. Texet near side touchline to Lovitz. Back to Texet. Nashville trying to put some sort of attack together in that 19th minute to the 21st minute. They put about 3 to 4 shots on target. But our Inter Miami Herons able to thwart them. Here's Maher with a deep pass to Surridge, and Sam Surridge blasts it over Rocco Rios Novo's goalpost. It's a good pass by Mule. It was a deep through ball. Falcone tried to head it, ended up on the right boot of Sam Surridge, and that's a chance he is going to want to forget. Not the best. Let's put it this way, not the best shot that one's not going to go into his highlight reel in the 27th minute. Rios Novo playing out of his goal. He finds Falcone. The press is on for New England. A full field press now, or rather for Nashville. A full court press now, or full field press for Nashville. Here's Falcone, far side touchline. And Nashville wins it. And Mukhtar is fouled. Rodriguez on the foul. John Freeman, head referee, looks at Baltasar and says, no more. It will be a booking if you do that again. But I'll tell you what, Nashville's press has been suffocating as Surridge had space. He tried to get a head on it and a pass to Mule. But Inter Miami catching a break as Surridge's pass found Luan. Wagon to DePaul. Near side touchline. 28th minute. First half. 0-0. No score. 0-0 between Nashville and our Herons. Busquets to Messi. To Rodriguez. As now Messi ends back up with it. Messi on the run. Is there a pass on for him? He plays on Alba. Alba in the box. Ball intercepted. It's a good job there by Andy Nahar. But Messi looking dangerous in the 28th minute. Luan in Inter Miami territory. Plays Wagon. Now back to Rios Novo. Busquets to DePaul. Inter Miami inching closer to the midfield touchline. Rodriguez to Alba. Alba with space. Nearing the box. Pass into Suarez. And Luis tried to backheel the Messi. That ball won by Nashville. Intercepted by Allende to Messi. Messi with space goes down. Is there a whistle? No whistle. John Freeman says play on. Unbelievable. No foul. Looked like a foul to me, folks, but 29th minute. Inter Miami denied a foul, which would have been outside the box. Prime free kick territory for Lionel Messi. But John Freeman decided to swallow his whistle and tell everyone to play on. I mentioned I like John Freeman. Pretty good referee from what I've seen so far from him in competitions this year. But here's Nashville with Sam Surridge. Save! Rocco Rios Novo, his 5th save of the first half. Inter Miami got caught sleeping a bit. There's a deep, long ball to Lovitz. And what a move by Sam Surridge. He stopped on a dime, fooled our Gonzalo Luan, put a right-footed shot at goal. To be honest, could have been better, but still a good save by Rocco Rios Novo. He's had a heck of a first half for our Inter Miami Herons. 33rd minute. 33rd minute in the first half, 0-0, Nashville and Inter Miami. Nashville has definitely done more of the threatening. They've had more of the chances. Inter Miami does not have a shot on target this first half. They've looked dangerous with chances from Lionel Messi. Messi has played folks on like Tadio Allende, Suarez, and Alba, but it hasn't led to any goal-scoring opportunities. We are 31 minutes in. 0-0 is your score. Wagon, near side touchline. To Messi. Back to Wagon and a foul. This is going against Edvin Tokseth. But here's the replay again. Lovitz with a brilliant header pass to Surridge. Surridge did a one-time touch spin move, put Luan on skates. But shot could have been better as Rocco Rios Novo gleefully saved it. Busquets to Rodriguez, but Rodriguez couldn't find Allende in the box, and now Nashville on the run once again. And this is Gonzalo Luan. Physical play with Sam Surridge. John Freeman deciding to blow his whistle. He wanted to play advantage play, but Inter Miami was close to winning the ball. Blows his whistle, and a free kick coming up. Available substitutes tonight: Boyd, Burnberry, Bauer, and Knight. A couple, Mukhtar! And he sent it high! Unbelievable! How did he miss that? What a missed opportunity for Nashville. Good things are happening on that left near side touchline with Lovitz as Mukhtar won the ball. He was one-on-one with Rios Novo, and he shot it high. I looked down for 2 seconds, folks. That is on me. Mukhtar was in on goal. Thankfully, he sent it high. Nashville is knocking on that door, but Inter Miami escapes. Wow. Rodriguez to Messi. Messi looking for a streaking Alba and a handball. It'll be a free kick for Inter Miami. I'll tell you what, Daniel Lovitz, that left back, has played 2 brilliant balls. He played a header pass that led to Sam Surridge, who had a beautiful one-time spin move, shot on goal, saved by Rios Novo. And then Lovitz had a grounder pass into the box as Wagon plays it in, and that one is thwarted by Nashville. But Lovitz, 2 passes, which arguably could have led to 2 goals. But Inter Miami now able to fend them off and still only be 0-0 in the 33rd minute. Messi right outside of the box. Lino with a move. Shot! Goal! Lionel Messi with an incredible outside of the box shot. What a strike! Lionel Messi in the 34th minute. Have they been the better team? Absolutely not. But they are up 1-0. What a goal! Lionel Messi, left foot outside the box. Wow! Nobody expected him to take that shot on. There's one person in the building that can pull that off, and he's wearing number 10 for Inter Miami. Brilliant chest down. Makes a brilliant run and a beautiful shot outside of the penalty arc. Lionel Messi makes things 1-0 in the 34th. Were they the better team so far? Absolutely not. But world football, folks, is one of those sports that sometimes isn't fair, but we will take it on our Inter Miami radio network. Nashville now, urgency here. Urgency coming from B.J. Callahan's side in the 35th minute, right off of the kickoff. They're parked in Inter Miami territory. Now they will recycle to their defense. Lionel Messi, that is his 27th goal of the year. And I mean it when I say it, folks. There's one guy in the building that can pull that shot off, and he's wearing number 10, and he's wearing black tonight. Wagon, near side touchline. To Messi. Now to DePaul. Busquets. Rodriguez, ball won now by Maher. Nashville on the run. Good job by Sergio, though, to thwart off the pass. Out of bounds, going to be a throw. 36th minute, Inter Miami up 1-0. Nashville going quick in the box. Quarter kick. Folks, XG, expected goals, that stat. 1.65 for Nashville. Our Inter Miami Herons, 0.08. And it's 1-0 here in the 36th minute. Nashville with a corner kick. I mentioned there's a sense of urgency from B.J. Callahan's side. After being the better team in the first half. But Nashville has officially been messy. Mukhtar cross in. That ball up for grabs, and Rodrigo DePaul able to blast it in the air. Ball still up for grabs as Nashville wins it. Here's Maher looking for Scheffelberg, but intercepted by Luan. Can Inter Miami get out? They can't. Ball won again by Nashville. Here's Yazbek. Mukhtar slide tackle, won by Rodriguez. Now our Heron's on the run. Suarez goes, where the hell is everybody? He plays on Rodriguez, back to Suarez. Suarez goes down in the box. Now a dog pile on the ball with him and Texet. And Nashville ends up with it. Nahar, big switch to Surridge. Surridge on in Inter Miami's box. Makes the move, shot on, saved! Rios Novo. What a sequence of events right now. This game has been turned on its head after the goal by Lionel Messi. It was a good ball to Surridge. Surridge had space. Shot was actually blocked by Marcello Wagon. Rocco Rios Novo diving near post makes the save. 38th minute, 1-0 Inter Miami. Our Herons on top of Nashville. The lone difference. And Inter Miami, Lionel Messi, wonder goal in the 34th. Alba plays it back to Falcone. Falcone to Busquets. Now to DePaul. Messi. Rodriguez with space. Baltasar plays Jordi Alba. Now to Messi, and it's blocked. Now back to Messi. He can't get the header off. And now Inter Miami still flirting with it. They win it. That ball was up for grabs for what seemed like an eon. Our Herons get it, and now they reset at midfield. 39th minute. Inter Miami up 1-0 over Nashville. Alba back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Two-man, two-ball. Him and Busquets. Sergio to Paul. DePaul at that midfield line. Plays it to Sergio. Rodrigo. Luan. To DePaul. DePaul midfield inching closer to Nashville's box. Far side touchline. Alba. Cross in. Allende. Goal! Goal! Is the flag up? And it is. Oh, my Lord, folks. Man. Tadio Allende rolled offsides. Goal will not count. Holy cow. What a cross by Jordi Alba. Get your better look on the replay here. DePaul played on Alba in a beautiful ball. And, yes, he is offsides. Oh, God. What a pass, what a goal. But Tadio Allende offsides by a full body length. It was such a bang play. But in the 40th minute, Inter Miami denied their second goal. 40-29, 40-30, 40-31. Inter Miami up 1-0 over Nashville. Almost got that comfort 2-0 goal, but Tadio Allende ruled offsides. Nashville looking for answers. They have been, or rather not the last 5 minutes, but for the first 30 minutes of the game, they were the better team. That's not the case anymore right now. Lionel Messi with a wonder goal opened up the scoring. Nashville has been looking for answers ever since. Here's a chance with Scheffelberg outside of Inter Miami's box. A backheel pass, and offsides is ruled. Inter Miami will have a free kick coming up. We've seen Nashville slap on a press. B.J. Callahan, in my opinion, one of the better gaffers in the MLS, brought Nashville back to relevancy. But they're in a bit of trouble here as our Herons have found form late in the first half. To Paul. To Alba. Alba. Suarez. Baltasar. Chippy, and he sent it wide! Oh, no! Suarez with a brilliant one-time pass. I don't think Rodriguez could decide if he wanted to shoot or pass, and he sent it wide. He was one-on-one with Joe Willis. but it went dreadfully wrong in the 41st. Our Herons are knocking for more, folks. Up 1-0 in Nashville. Nashville on the run. Folks, this game is one-way traffic. Mukhtar in the box. Mukhtar crosses it in. Sam Surge, goal! 42nd minute. Nashville equalizes. One-way traffic. This game is one-way traffic right now. Chance after chance after chance, and Nashville finally finds the back of the net. That was a great run by Haney Mukhtar. Mukhtar with a brilliant cross into the box, and Sam Surridge, who prior to that had 2 shots on target. His 3rd shot on target in the first half finds the back of the net with a header. Surridge played on Mukhtar. Mukhtar in a physical play out-dueled Falcone. Mukhtar found Surridge at the back post. That was a good buildup. So prior to the goal, Inter Miami had an Allende goal, but he was offsides, and then Rodriguez was one-on-one, and he sent it wide. 1-1 here in the 43rd minute. I'll let everyone know about extra time once I hear it. Lionel Messi was looking for a whistle, probably should have got one, but John Freeman letting this game be a little more physical than we have been used to. Ed Von Texeth, long through ball looking for Sam Surridge. Alba heads it back to Rocco Rios Novo. Sam Surridge's 24th goal of the season. He's 3 behind Lionel Messi, who is number 1 in the Golden Boot race. Golden Boot race will be over after tonight. So unless there are heroics from Sam Surridge and Bouanga of LAFC, our Lionel Messi will get the Golden Boot this year. Luan de Busquets. Inter Miami trying to get it out of their defensive probe. To Paul, plays it to Falcone. Far side touchline near midfield. Booze showering Maxi Falcone. As Sergio now plays to Paul right dead smack in the middle at the midfield touchline. To Paul with a brilliant pass to Wagon. Is he on? Wagon pass in. Blocked by Nashville. And they are now trying to probe out of their defense. It was a block by Wagon. Wagon having a good run of play here. Marcello almost won the ball in the box, but Inter Miami wins it in Nashville territory. Messi right outside the box. Leo, ball roll, looking for an outlet, finds Wagon. Wagon, cross in, looking for Suarez, but Inter Miami ends up with it. Now ball is won by Nahar, and quickly with a throw-in. John Freeman says play on. He's letting this game get physical, folks. Nashville on the run. Sam Surridge with space. He finds Mukhtar. Mukhtar. Busquets goes to the ground. It looked like he won it. Mukhtar back on it. Inside the box. Busquets makes a tackle. Inter Miami wins it. DePaul with a big switch. Here come the Herons. Jordi Alba. Far side touchline. Looking for Messi. Back to Alba. Suarez. Cross in. Looking for Messi. Off bar. Messi was off bar. What a chance by the Herons, and what a sequence. One-way traffic, and what a slide tackle win by Sergio Busquets. Seeing all the replays now, folks, as Suarez looked for Messi, and he went off of the right side bar. That was almost the goal of the year. We have word on extra time. 6 additional minutes will be added in the first half. Keep in mind, folks, Maxi Falcone was down for about 3 minutes, and then Jack Maher for Nashville was down for about 3 minutes. So I actually think 6 minutes right on par with what should have been awarded. But this game has been one-way traffic. Now, there's only been 2 goals in the game. But what I mean by one-way traffic, folks, end-to-end stuff. I mean, chance after chance after chance for both teams. Messi, near side touchline. Wagon now goes forward on that same touchline. He'll play it back to Messi. To Paul. Rodrigo with space. Middle of the field. Inching closer to the box. He'll play on Wagon. Is he going to get there? He does. No. He did not get there. Marcelo Wagon. Good ball by Rodrigo to Paul. Just unable to get there. 47-48. 47-49. We are 2 minutes in the allotted 6. Inching closer to 3. 48 minutes now, 3 minutes in the extra time, halfway through. 1-1 is the score. Sam Surridge with the goal for Nashville. Lionel Messi with the goal for our Herons. A throw in here coming up by Lovitz, excuse me. We're looking for Scheffelberg. Ball won by Inter Miami. Alba to DePaul. And a foul. John Freeman blowing his whistle this time. Free kick for Inter Miami. (48-43, 48-44). 6 minutes allotted extra time in the first half. Baltasar Rodriguez now has it. He'll play it back to Busquets. Busquets, one ball in. Here's Messi. Messi in the box, and he's thwarted by Jack Maher. And flag is up. Offsides by Lionel Messi. Let's take a look at Sergio Busquets. Brilliant long ball forward. But the lines judge put the flag up. Offsides is the call. 49-32, 49-33, 1-1 your score. Inter Miami and Nashville on decision day, the final game of the regular season for our Herons. Nahar. Inter Miami now. The Herons slapping on a press. Suarez tracking. Nashville right outside of their box as Joe Willis now goalkeeper. Big left boot. He clears it. Ball won by Luan. No one home though. Back and forth of possession. Herons end up with it. Allende, ball lost, won by Surridge. Nashville's on the run, folks. Surridge with space. He plays on Mukhtar. Mukhtar! A bar, then a goal! Schaffelberg cleaned up. Amy Mukhtar shot on target. Mukhtar went off the bar, but Jacob Schaffelberg is home back post. Nashville up 2-1 in the 50th minute. Unbelievable. Mukhtar took a good touch on it. Left foot went off bar. Nobody was home back post. And Rocco Rios Novo left wondering, where the heck is everybody? Good attempt on it too by Rocco. He's actually had a really good first half. And he did tip it. He's had a really good first half. But his defense failed him there. No reason for Schaffelberg to be that open on the back post. Folks, once this ball is kicked off, I'm assuming John Freeman, head referee, is going to blow his whistle, and our Herons going to be down 2-1 at halftime after that Schaffelberg Ricky rebound goal. As John Freeman not yet blowed his whistle. Going to give Inter Miami one last look, apparently. Inter Miami playing out of their defense now. It looks like they're waiting for the whistle. They haven't gotten one yet. Luan plays it forward to Wagon. Wagon back to DePaul. And John Freeman blows for a foul. And now, there is the halftime whistle. 2-1. Is the score. A 45-plus extra time goal for Sam Surridge. The difference right now Our Herons down 2-1 at the break. Lionel Messi with a brilliant wonder goal in the first half opened up the scoring. But Nashville, who has over a 2 XG in the game, found themselves losing in the 35th minute, but with a 42nd minute goal by Sam Surridge and a 45-plus extra time goal by Jacob Schaffelberg. They take the lead 2-1 heading into halftime. Coming up next, your Inter Miami halftime report on your Inter Miami Radio Network. Herons down 2-1 at half.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The pink smoke is in the air. Inter Miami Soccer is on ESPN 106.3. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Our Herons down 2-1 at halftime. Lionel Messi had an absolute wonder goal in the first half. A shot that Messi could only hit. a shot that he would only take. It was 1-0 in the 32nd minute. But Nashville, who at the time when our Herons were up 1-0, for all intents and purposes, outside of the scoreline, they were the better team. And they felt wronged being down 1-0 at that time, and it showed. They started playing with urgency. Sam Surridge ended up finding the back of the net in the 43rd minute. And then Jacob Schaffelberg in 45 and extra time made things 2-1 right before halftime. Let's get you your match facts. Inter Miami winning the possession battle 55% to 45. XG, expected goals. How about this? Nashville has 3.26. For those of you that aren't familiar with what XG is and the statistic, it measures the expected goals that a team should have. Nashville sitting at 3.26, while Inter Miami Herons at 0.60. 12 total shots for Nashville. They had 6 on target, and 6 of those shots on target were big chances. So all 6 on shot targets were 6 big chances. Our Inter Miami Herons with 1 shot on target and 2 big chances. At 1-1, our Herons had a chance to make things 2-1 2 different times. The first one was a goal. Inter Miami actually did score, but Tadio Allende was offsides. And then Baltasar Rodriguez, who is one-on-one with the keeper cutting in from the left wing, he sent the ball right to the right of Joe Willis's post. Joe Willis, the goalkeeper for Nashville, he sent it just right of the goal. It looked like Baltasar couldn't decide what he wanted to do, if he wanted to pass it, if he wanted to shoot it. But it was a blown opportunity for our Herons to go up 2-1 in the game. But Nashville taking advantage of their chances at the end of the half. I do have to tip my cap to goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo. Rios Novo had a fantastic first half in the fixture. 4 saves. Rocco had 4 keeper saves in the first half alone. And he did actually save the initial shot by Hani Mukhtar that led to the second goal. He saved it. The ball went off of the bar, the back post. But there to clean it up was Jacob Schaffelberg. The defense for our Herons was nowhere to be found at that time as Schaffelberg went in unmarked behind 2 Inter Miami defenders. So 2-1 is the halftime score. Still a lot of time and a lot of play left to happen. A whole half, folks, still there to be played. Inter Miami, our Herons really did not put their best foot forward, I would say, in the first 35 minutes. But Lionel Messi then changed off of all of that. Inter Miami was getting chances after that wonder goal by Messi. But Nashville was able to respond. So I'm interested to see what kind of changes. I personally think the first change is going to be Marcelo Wagon off and Ian Frey on. I was surprised to see Ian Frey not playing in the game. I was surprised to see him not starting in the fixture. So I think Ian Frey could come on as soon as we come out of halftime. Like at halftime adjustments, I could see Ian Frey coming on for Wagon. Noah Allen, I could see coming on for one of the center backs in Falcone or Luan. And then Yannick Bright, I think at some point will sub out the goated Sergio Busquets. And then keep in mind, too, Tadio Allende is on a yellow card. And I think Fafa Pico or Talasco Segovia will be one of the 2 players that will be coming on for Tadio Allende, who is playing with the card. You got to be careful, especially in fixtures like this where a lot is on the line. Let's update everybody as well on the games going on outside of Inter Miami. So right now, Inter Miami is the 3rd team on the MLS Eastern Conference table. Inter Miami cannot go lower than 3rd. Even with the loss tonight, Inter Miami will be number 3. Now, the games we need to keep an eye on are Orlando and FC Cincinnati. Orlando, who is currently the 7th ranked team, they are down 2-0 to Toronto. So if Inter Miami were to win tonight and Toronto were to beat, or rather, if Inter Miami were to lose and Orlando were to beat Toronto, it would be 3 versus 6, and the 6 would be Orlando. But as of right now, Nashville is on top of Inter Miami 2-1, and Toronto is on top of Orlando 2-0. So how things would shake out would be Nashville would be the 6th seed and Inter Miami would be the 3. So we would theoretically, Inter Miami could see Nashville for the next 4 games. Their first game in the best of 3, their second game in the best of 3, and then the third game in the best of 3 in round 1 on the MLS playoffs. The current table right now with all of these fixtures into play, though, NYCFC would actually be the 6th seed. So Nashville, with them being up on Inter Miami 2-1, they will move into 5 right now if things stand, and Nashville would actually be the 6th, and Inter Miami would face off against NYCFC 3-6. NYCFC currently tied with Seattle. That is 0-0 in New York at halftime. All of these Eastern Conference fixtures are at halftime, and we'll keep an eye on exactly what is going to happen in these games and let everybody know and update everyone the best we can. But we have a good one. We have a good one in Nashville. Our Inter Miami Herons down 2-1 at halftime, but a wonder goal by the GOAT, Lionel Messi, and 2 goals by Nashville towards the end of the half. The 42nd by Sam Surridge and 45 plus allotted time by Jacob Schaffelberg. Let's take our timeout on our Inter Miami Radio Network. When we come back, we will be pitch side. Mike Rizzo and your OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, live at Geodis Park in Nashville. More second half action when we return on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in. We begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
It's Inter Miami Soccer on ESPN 106.3. Let's get back to the pitch. Here's Ken LaVicka.
Mike Rizzo filling in for the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, Ken LaVicka, on your Inter Miami Radio Network. We are live at Geodis Park in Nashville. My OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, to my right, and we are about to have second half action underway here in Nashville. Inter Miami down 2-1 at the break. And what I was saying on the halftime report, too, I think Ian Frey will be the first one off the bench. I think Frey will be the first one off the bench for Wagon, and we'll have to keep an eye after that. I don't think Coach Mascherano is going to keep Tadeo Allende out there on a yellow for too long. I think Allende will get 10 to 15 minutes, and I think you can see a Fafa Pico coming on for him. But we'll have to wait and see. The Herons are down 2-1, so I think Mascherano might want to change things up to an extent. Lionel Messi was absolutely brilliant in that first half. Wonder goal, left foot outside the box. One of those patented Messi goals where he just completely had the keeper missed. They had keeper beat. Messi things. Things only Messi can do. Find myself saying that more often than not when I'm calling these games, filling in for the great Ken LaVicka. But 2-1, about to get the ball rolling in the second half. As far as Nashville, Sam Surridge has been brilliant. Sam Surridge had 6 total shots in that first half, had a goal, and he's been very active. Their left back, Daniel Lovitz, as well, assisted on the Sam Surridge goal. And then Hani Mukhtar has been good as well. The 3 attackers in total, Mukhtar, Surridge, and Scheffelberg, have been really solid for Nashville. Scheffelberg had the 45 plus allotted time goal, and Mukhtar technically didn't assist it, but he had the shot on target that hit the bar, and Scheffelberg cleaned it up on a Ricky rebound. Charlotte up 2-0 on Philadelphia. FC Cincinnati up 1-0 on Montreal. Columbus 1-1 over the Red Bull. New England up 1-0 over Chicago. 0-0 NYCFC in Seattle. It is now 3-0 up in Toronto. 3-0. Toronto blowing the doors off of Orlando City. So my best guess, Orlando not going to come back from 3 goals down and win 4-3. Orlando going to be in that 7th spot. How the table would shake out right now: Philadelphia at 1, Cincinnati at 2, Inter Miami at 3, Charlotte at 4, Nashville at 5, New York at 6, Orlando at 7, and then in the wild card game, even with Chicago having the result they have right now, they would be the 8, and Columbus would be the 9. We'll keep everybody updated on Decision Day as we move on here. Nashville fans were booing our Herons as apparently in their eyes they were late to the pitch. Inter Miami going to try to turn around this 2-1 deficit that they are looking in the face right now to start the second half. Just to remind everybody, Inter Miami wearing their all black jerseys, pink trim. Nashville going with their patented home look of yellow, bright yellow, navy blue shorts. Indiana Pacer-esque is the best way I can describe it for my NBA fans out there. But yellow jerseys, blue trim, blue pants, yellow trim on the pants, and yellow socks. We're underway here in the second half as Nashville currently occupying possession with their goalkeeper, Joe Willis. Miami turned it on there. 30 minutes and on in the first half. Got their first shot on target with that wonder goal by Lionel Messi. Nashville playing it back to Joe Willis. Inter Miami now pressing a bit. Sergio Busquets is up pretty deep for him. Inter Miami and their defenders all the way up to midfield. Coach Mascherano playing a high line right now. Alba, near side touchline. Rodriguez, Alba. Inter Miami going to recycle the Falcone, and they're going to switch their field. 46th minute. Second half just underway. 2-1 Nashville on top of our Herons. Blue on. Messi takes a move. Has some space. Plays on Allende and a corner. Our first corner of the night. Brought to you by Lytle Rider Smith, Ivy, and Farnrath. For 35 years, they've been serving injured people and their families. Visit foryourrights.com. That is foryourrights.com. Our great partners. And Lytle Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Farmrat. Messi getting a fresh ball for the corner kick in the 47th minute. Nashville had 4 corners in the first half. Inter Miami had 0. A right side corner kick. Messi plays it short. He'll get it right back. Messi to DePaul. DePaul. To Messi. Messi try to cross in. That one blocked by Haney Mukhtar. Wagon to DePaul. DePaul ball roll to Busquets. Wagon. Blue on. Sergio right at the center touchline. Busquets with the ball roll now to DePaul. DePaul with space. He'll attack. He is looking for Alba. Finds him right outside of the box. Jordy crosses in! And that ball thwarted. Now a one-timer by DePaul. And it goes over Joe Willis's crossbar corner or goal kick coming up in the 48th minute. Good big switch there, or rather, big pass to the left side. Alba with a patented cross in. No one was home. DePaul tried one-timing it outside of the box. Went to the 8th row. Willis, deep pass. That ball won by Inter Miami. Played back to Falcone. Herons recycled to the defense. 48-32, 48-33. 2-1, Nashville on top of Inter Miami. Our Herons, though, pressing the matter. Luis Suarez, the pass from Alba, he's fouled. That one going against Walker Zimmerman. Free kick coming up for Inter Miami. Good job by Luis to win the free kick. DePaul and Messi stand over it. Way too deep. It's a quick ball. Shot blocked! Oh my goodness! Messi played it quick without anybody knowing. Inter Miami had a chance in the box. Allende's shot was blocked by Joe Willis. Unbelievable. How is it that in the back of the net? 49-21, 49-22, cross in. Inter Miami trying to get in that net right now, but block after block for Nashville. This time it was a deep ball, but Lionel Messi played on a streaking Alba, and oh my goodness, Tadio Allende forgot the ball, mate. Oh, no. I thought it was blocked by Joe Willis. Allende went right across the top of the ball. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Oh, boy. Poor Tadio Allende in the 49th minute. Had a chance to equalize there, but with the way Inter Miami's playing, I don't want Allende hanging that head because I think he's going to have another chance here. Our Herons on the attack. Here's Falcone. He spits it up. But Inter Miami and Sergio Busquets going to settle it in their own half. 50-18, 50-19. Our Herons threatening here in the second half. Nashville up 2-1 in the fixture. Two goals for Nashville. Sam Surridge in the 42nd and Jacob Scheffelberg in 45 plus allotted time. And then Lionel Messi, the lone goal, which opened up the scoring back in the 32nd minute. Wonder goal by Leo. Alba to the middle to Suarez as he plays DePaul. DePaul looking for a handball. They're not going to get it. Nashville has space. Sam Surridge in the box. Makes a move. Surridge. Now here's Mohar. Blocked. Baltasar now has it. Here's Inter Miami's turn to go on the run. Rodriguez gets tripped up. He has to leak it out to Allende, who is looking for Messi. But Busquets ends up with it. Busquets to Messi. Messi with space. Outside the box. Leo shot blocked. Good block there by Jack Maher, but Inter Miami's still on it in Nashville territory. Chance after chance after chance after chance in the 51st minute. 2-1, your scoreline. Nashville leading our Herons. Inter Miami threatening. Busquets to Falcone. Falcone, near side touchline. Alba, back heel. Rodriguez enters the box, gets it to DePaul. DePaul to Messi. One time to Suarez. Over the crossbar. Decent attempt. But man, I got the replay on Nashville here. This was a big-time block by Gonzalo Luan. At the end of that was Alex Mule. But a big-time block by Inter Miami. Nashville playing out of their own box. Pressing by the Herons. Joe Willis boots it away. Ball won by Nashville. Mule was looking for Jacob Schaffelberg. That ball goes out of bounds. A throw-in for Inter Miami. 52-38, 52-39, 52-40. Couple of guys warming up for Nashville on the sideline. It's going to be a foul, or rather a throw-in. Looked like it was going to be a foul on Haney Mukhtar. Instead, it's going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. Busquets has it. 53rd minute, 2-1 Nashville leading over the Herons. Rodriguez to Rodrigo DePaul. DePaul, nifty move. Was looking for Messi. Almost got there, but a nifty interception by Daniel Lovitz. Our Herons back with it. Wagon to DePaul. Now to Falcone. Falcone. Near side touchline, Alba. To Rodriguez. To Alba. 53-34, 53-35. Messi with space. Gives it to Suarez. Suarez plays it out wide to Allende. Allende gets it to Wagon. Wagon cross in the middle, no one home. Cleared, but won by Busquets. Falcone. Far side touchline to Alba. Jordy into Messi. Messi, nifty move, right outside the box. He looks for Suarez. That ball cleared, and now won by Mule. Mule with space for Nashville. Mukhtar calling for it. He's going to try Surridge instead. No one home. Busquets recovers in Inter Miami territory. Looked like the run was on there. Miscommunication with Nashville leads to our Herons back in possession. Rodriguez, near side touchline Alba. Suarez, back to Baltasar. Baltasar looking for Suarez and ends up with Busquets instead after a deflection. Messi finds Allende. Wagon, far side touchline, inching closer to the Nashville box. Messi, pass in. Is he out? His shot blocked! Rodriguez found his head on the other side of Messi's pass, but a good save by Joe Willis. Brilliant through ball by Lionel Messi. Aerial through ball. Rodriguez with a one-timer header. Nifty save by Joe Willis. That ball was going in the back of the net, folks. Ball stayed in bounds, too, so no corner kick for Inter Miami. Jacob Schaffelberg able to clear the defense. We have a substitution. Boyd coming on for Jacob Schaffelberg. It looked like Schaffelberg was dealing with some kind of injury, but Schaffelberg is off in the 55th minute, and coming on is Boyd. It was a brilliant save by Joe Willis. He would have been dead by rights, too, if he didn't get the jump on that. Good goalkeeping. Miami with their second corner kick of the night, brought to you by Letter Rider Smith Ivy and Front Rat. For 35 years, they've been helping injured families in South Florida. Visit foryourrights.com. DePaul looking for Messi in the box. They went short. Messi played Rodrigo DePaul back to Messi, but it didn't work. But Inter Miami still threatening with Luis Suarez. Here's Alba, cross in, looking for Messi back post. And Inter Miami still has it in Nashville territory. Mukhtar unable to clear. Now they dispossess the ball, and they are on the run. Here is Mukhtar for Nashville. He is chugging along. Plays on Surridge. Back to Mukhtar. Nifty defending by Alba. What a stop by Jordi Alba. Crafty more than anything. Swiper. No swiping for Jordi Alba. Messi in Nashville territory. Nifty move. Plays on Suarez. Back to Messi. Messi, aerial pass to Rodriguez. Unable to get it. Allende ends up with it. He is dispossessed. Is now Boyd has it. Boyd, the recently substituted Boyd, looking for Andy Nahar. And that one goes all the way to Rocco Rios Novo in his goal, who plays Falcon. Tyler Boyd, the 30-year-old American, coming on for Nashville here. Going to play a little left wing for B.J. Callahan to finish out the game. Inter Miami and Maxi Falcone near side touchline. DePaul to Suarez. Rodriguez to Falcone. Near side touchline to Alba. Jordi to Falcone. 58:05, 58:06. Nashville up 2-1 over our Herons. Goals by Sam Surridge and the recently substituted Jacob Schaffelberg. And our lone goal for the Herons was a wonder goal by Lionel Messi in the 32nd minute. Nashville will take over possession after Inter Miami was looking for Jordi Alba on a long pass, throw-in coming in for Nashville. Yeah, but Jordi Alba, man, a brilliant, absolutely brilliant goal-saving tackle to win the ball in the box. And Inter Miami arguing something here. John Freeman, head referee, getting an ear beating from Luis Suarez and Jordi Alba. And a card was about to be shown to Luis Suarez. And now ball is played. But yeah, John Freeman got an ear beaten from Alba and Suarez. Almost showed a card to Luis. Mule to Surridge. Near side touchline. Nashville now probing. Tech set. Big switch. Zimmerman. Near side touchline to Nahar. Nahar to Mukhtar. To Nahar. Nahar, big switch to Surridge. He's home. Surridge heads it. One-timer to Mule in the box. Fight for it. Allende, reckless tackle. Allende's on a card. Is John Freeman going to show the second yellow? He is not. Surridge was wide open. Made a bicycle kick pass, or rather over his head pass. He didn't go aerial, but so a great look. But Allende physically went in for the ball, but I believe they ruled offsides. Our Herons went quick with it. Now ball lost. Nashville with it. Tech set to Surridge. Now Allende wins it, and he'll play it back to Rios Novo. Rocco out of his goal, plays Rodrigo DePaul. 4-1, Toronto on top of Orlando. It's decision day throughout the MLS. We'll keep you updated on the other MLS fixtures. If FC Cincinnati wins, they are the second seed. If they lose or draw and Inter Miami wins, Inter Miami would be the second seed. But right now, the Herons have their hands full with Nashville down 2-1 on the road in the 60th minute. Rodriguez to Alba. Alba back to Falcon. Falcon to Sergio. Now to DePaul. DePaul. Far side touchline. Wagon. Wagon to Allende. Heavy touch by Allende, but he still finds a way with it. Good stop. Messi right outside the penalty arc. It's a handball! That's a handball, John Freeman! And he points to the spot! Inter Miami going to have a free kick in the box! 61st minute. John Freeman, head referee, has pointed to the spot. Lionel Messi with a ball in, looking for Luis Suarez. It hits Andy Nahar in the arm. And John Freeman has awarded a penalty. Now, went off his elbow. It shouldn't make a difference. I've seen worse get called. This is a handball through and through with the 5-6 games that I have filled in for the great Ken LaVicka. I'm telling you, folks, it hits his elbow-ish mid forearm, your wrist forearm. This should be a penalty. Messi should be taking this from the spot. Waiting on word from head referee John Freeman. As Lionel Messi is already setting it up and getting ready to go. Now, I don't want to freak anybody out, but the last time I was on the call and Messi had a spot kick, he went for a chip and it got saved. But Lionel Messi, one of the best penalty takers, is awarded the penalty, and he is standing over it in the 62nd minute. Messi. Whistle blown. Messi approaches. He goes left. Goal! Lionel Messi from the spot ties it up 2-2 in the 62nd. His second goal of the night. It's the handball by Andy Nahar. It's a costly one. Lionel Messi makes him pay with a brace. All tied up at Geodis Park in Nashville. Messi with his second straight brace. His second straight brace in 2 games. He knew it too. Joe Willis went left before he even kicked the ball, it seemed. His left. And Messi went to his right. Not to confuse the hell out of everybody. But in the 62nd minute, the GOAT gets a spot kick. All tied up at Geodis Park. As now Luis Suarez, I believe Luis Suarez might have been showed a card. So I was updating my charts. We'll work on that, but I believe Luis Suarez has been booked in the game. That would be the second booking of the game. So Suarez and Allende on yellow cards. Nashville now with more of a sense of urgency. Last time our Herons scored, Nashville rattled off 2 goals in 6 minutes. But I believe Suarez was awarded that yellow, but we do have substitutions in the fixture as well. And it was actually Harry Mukhtar. Mukhtar was awarded the yellow. Is now, speaking of Mukhtar, he has space now, a foul. So Mukhtar awarded the card that I thought was on Luis Suarez. And we have multiple substitutions coming on for Coach Mascherano. Telasco Segovia comes in for Gonzalo Luan. That's more of an attacking move. And Marcelo Wagon comes on for, or rather Ian Frey comes on for Wagon, which I thought was going to be the first sub of the half, but it turned out to be Segovia for Luan. But Frey in, Wagon out, Segovia in, Luan out. Coach Mascherano going for the win. Falcon, 65th minute, plays it far side touchline to Frey. Frey with pace. He plays DePaul. DePaul to Segovia. Segovia. Right outside of the box. One-timer to Suarez. Now to Alba. 2-2. Your score is 66th minute. Both goals by Lionel Messi. Rodriguez cutting in. He now plays DePaul to Segovia. Miami probing. Turning and probing is Segovia. Now Segovia makes a run. He finds Allende. Messi into Suarez. Suarez shot blocked by Willis. And then tapped in by Baltasar Rodriguez. It's 3-2 in the 66th minute. Inter Miami on fire! Baltasar Rodriguez cleaned up Luis Suarez's shot on target, and it's 3-2 in favor of the Herons. 2 goals in 4 minutes for Inter Miami. The young Argentinian came in after Lionel Messi played on Luis Suarez. Suarez with a shot and a save by Willis, and then a one-timer goal by Baltasar Rodriguez. And to be fair to Willis, what a save it was. He kicked that right leg out, saved Suarez, but Rodriguez came in and cleaned it up. 3-2, Herons. Inter Miami exploding with goals in the last 4 minutes. It's Rodriguez breaking the tie. Now, if there wasn't a sense of urgency for Nashville now, Inter Miami could maybe get 3 here. They win the ball right off of the kick. No kickoff cheese for Nashville here. Ian Frey plays it to Messi, who was looking for a one-timer, but no one was home. Segovia fighting, now won by Messi. Messi with space. He plays on Suarez. Suarez looks for Messi, and Lionel Messi shot it left. Oh, no! He was one-on-one with Joe Willis. He sent it wide. Did it hit off of a defender? Did it hit off of Joe Willis? We're waiting to see what John Freeman is going to allot here, but oh no! Messi had a shot at a hat trick there. Oh, and it was a big save by Joe Willis. Messi can't believe it. Neither can I. Played short to Paul, to Alba. Near side touchline Rodriguez to Alba. Oh, big switch to Busquets. Here's Messi. Messi plays on Alba. Alba outside the box. Lays it off to Rodriguez. Near side touchline. Back to Alba. Inter Miami probing. Jordy to DePaul. Alba. He'll recycle back to Sergio. Busquets right at the midfield circle. Plays it back to Alba. Trying to open up the space here is Rodriguez. Baltasar will send it to Talasco. Talasco Segovia. Lays it to Frey. To Falcon. Now to Busquets. 70th minute. Inter Miami enjoying the possession. 3-2. They are on top of Nashville. About 20 minutes left to go in the game. We're 20 minutes away from the allotted extra time. Inter Miami with a 1-goal lead. 2 goals by Lionel Messi and a Ricky rebound. Baltasar Rodriguez cleanup finish. Inter Miami now with the better XG. Our Herons have a 4.06 XG compared to Nashville's 3. All of a sudden, if you get a little luck from Montreal CF, Inter Miami could be the 2nd seed if Montreal can nick a goal. Allende and a goal. Joe Willis came out of his goal. He left his line at the perfect time. Tackled the ball. Now having it is Andy Nahar. Nashville having possession for the first time in about 5 minutes. Edvan Tegsa. Now they're in Inter Miami territory. Big cross into the box. Sam Surridge. Header! Saved! Rios Novo. Unbelievable. He went up and got that one. Rocco Rios Novo earning his keep tonight for Inter Miami. What a save. 71st minute, Inter Miami leading 3-2 with the ball. Coming near side touchline is Alba to Rodriguez right across midfield. Warming up on the sideline, Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright going to be coming on for our Inter Miami Herons. The lone substitution Nashville had was Tyler Boyd, taking off the injured Jacob Schaffelberg. Inter Miami has been winning the second half by a considerable margin. They have enjoyed possession, and they have enjoyed shots on target and 2 goals. A penalty kick goal by Lionel Messi, making it 2 for him on the night. And then a Ricky rebound goal by Baltasar Rodriguez. Suarez put a shot on target. It was saved by Willis, and Baltasar cleaned it up. But, man, I can't explain how good of a save this was by Rios Novo. Read it perfectly off of Sam Surridge's head. Coming off the pitch is Baltasar Rodriguez. Rodriguez off. Bright on. Rodriguez off. Bright on. And coming on, 2 substitutions coming on for Nashville. Bauer coming on for Lovitz. Bauer on for Lovitz. And Gaston Brugman on for Yazbek. So Brugman on for Yazbek. Nashville with possession right outside Inter Miami's box. Tyler Boyd with a good turn, but dispossessed. Won by the recently subbed on Brugman. Now Yannick Bright with a foul on Edvin Tagseth trying to win the ball. But Josh Bauer coming on for Daniel Levitz. Bauer, who I actually, believe it or not, had an interview with on my weekly show, Pink Smoke, where we talk everything Inter Miami. Josh Bauer, a good friend of mine over at ESPN 106.3. They played college soccer together. But Josh Bauer getting some tick here for Nashville. And then the most recently subbed on Brugman is actually going to be standing over this free kick, both him and Edvon Taxon. And I just noticed this. Apparently they call Edvon Eddie. It's on the back of his jersey. It might be easier for me than Edvon. Here is Nahar. Back to Tagseth. To Brugman. Brugman, long ball forward. And Sam Surridge was home, but what a clearance by Falcone. Allende getting harassed by Boyd, trying to keep possession. Allende plays Frey, who's getting harassed by Mukhtar. Presses on. That same press in the first 5 minutes of the game is back on for Nashville. They are desperate for a goal in the 75th minute. 75 minutes, Inter Miami up 3-2 over Nashville, as a ball in the middle, won by Inter Miami. Now Jordi Alba has it with space. Alba plays Messi. Messi at the midfield touchline. Long through ball. Is Allende going to get home? He does. Shot and way short. Luis Suarez looking at Allende like, come on, man. Eastern Conference table, Inter Miami currently in 3rd right now with 65 points. Cincinnati still leading their fixture over Montreal. Charlotte with the home field right now, they're sitting in 4th. And how about this? The Columbus Crew have crawled into the 7th spot, while Orlando, because of goal differential and getting smoked by Toronto 4-1, they have fallen into the wild card round as the 8th team right now. Nashville with it. Near side touchline is Bauer. To Tagseth. Tagseth. Plays Mule. Here's Brugman. Brugman through ball, looking for Boyd. Boyd goes off his head. It's going to be a goal kick. I've never seen that. Boyd kicked it up, backheeled it to himself, went off his head, and a goal kick. Atlanta tied 1-1 with DC United. Charlotte 2-0 on top of Philly. Cincinnati extends that lead 2-0 over Montreal. Columbus up 2-1 on Red Bull. New England 1-0 on Chicago. Seattle up 1-0 on NYCFC, and Toronto up 4-1 against Orlando. Your 9 o'clock fixtures, Colorado and LAFC, Kansas City and Houston, Galaxy and Minnesota, all of those starting at 9 o'clock. 76-52, 76-53. Inter Miami still enjoying the lead 3-2. A brace by Lionel Messi, a goal by Leo in the 32nd, and a penalty by Lionel in the 51st. Rather, no, those times are wrong. Give me a second. 62nd for Messi. And then Baltasar Rodriguez in the 67th, and the 2 goal scorers for Nashville, Scheffelberg and Surge. 77 minutes now played. Inter Miami trying to hold on. I don't want to say all for nothing, but certainly this would put Nashville in a tougher spot. They would be the 6th seed instead of the 5. But it looks like FC Cincinnati is going to be able to take care of business against Montreal. It was a tough task for Montreal to begin with on the road. But the Herons look in form. It's one thing you can take away from this. I don't think anybody wants to see this Inter Miami team that's on the pitch right now in the second half. Nashville trying to probe the defense. Inter Miami's got basically everyone behind the midfield line that's not named Lionel Messi. Suarez tracking back as well as a pass on to Nahar right outside of the corner kick spot on the right side, near side touchline. Take set back to Bauer. Bauer across in the middle, intercepted. Inter Miami trying to go long to Messi, but Jack Maher was there. Maher centralizes the ball to Brugman. Brugman near far side touchline to Mule. Messi tracking back, trying to put the some sort of a press on. But with it is Walker Zimmerman. 78th minute, 3-2, Inter Miami on top, hanging on. Here's Falcone. Ball won by Falcone, now to Rodrigo de Paul. Allende to Messi. Allende now with space. He'll play Suarez to DePaul. DePaul, big switch to Alba. Alba settles it. Back heel to Segovia. Here's Alba. It's now won by Segovia. Right back to Suarez. Inter Miami will reset with DePaul. Rodrigo DePaul takes it on! And he almost blasted that one from way outside of the box. Good attempt by Rodrigo DePaul. But this was good 2-man 2-ball with Alba and Segovia. And then that ball found Rodrigo DePaul. That was very close to beating Joe Willis and going into the back of the net in the 79th minute. Inter Miami now has it with Rios Novo after the goal kick by Joe Willis. Ball missed a couple of Nashville players. Inter Miami going to take their time here. 79-53, 79-54. We're 10 minutes away from extra time. Rios Novo playing cat and mouse. He's just standing over the ball, and now he plays Maxi Falcone. Falcone will play it back to Rios Novo. Big switch to Busquets. Now to Yannick Bright. Bright finds DePaul. DePaul has it, inching closer to midfield, near far side touchline to Messi. Messi to Allende. DePaul back to Allende. Now here's Bright to Segovia. Segovia with space. He tried to find Messi. Blocked. Now he does find Messi. Messi in the box to Frey. Right back to Leo. Goal! Lionel Messi with the hat trick in the 80th minute. A brilliant one-time pass by Ian Frey. Right back to Messi for the goal. A hat trick. 3 on the board. 4 to the good for Inter Miami. Unbelievable scenes for Lionel Messi. What a pass by Frey and what a finish by Messi. He went left foot right across keeper Joe Willis's face. Never had a chance. Never had a chance on that. Brilliant goal by Lionel Messi. And a hat trick. Allende coming off. Messi with the 81st goal now has 28 goals on the season. He put the Golden Boot race to bed with that hat trick. But Lionel Messi with 3 goals, the 81st, a penalty kick in the 62nd, and a 35th minute goal. Allende off and Toto Aviles on. So Inter Miami going more of a defensive approach with Toto coming on for Allende. 82-31, 82-32. John Freeman, head referee, blows his whistle. Is Lionel Messi with his hat trick. All smiles. Alba, near side touchline. Here is Messi now. He'll play on Suarez. One-on-one. Luis tried to beat Willis. Willis blocked it. And then Suarez shot it right at him. So what happened, folks, Suarez had it. He tried to ball roll Joe Willis. Willis touched the ball. And then Luis shot it right at him after he got possession. But a brilliant pass by Messi. Messi almost with an assist on that. I wish I could describe to you the foot skills that Jordi Alba just had on Andy Nahar. Yeah, very good, to say the least. Boxed him out, ball on a string. Now it's Sergio Busquets' turn to go on a run. He finds Yannick Bright. 83-51, 83-52, 4-2. Inter Miami on top. Lionel Messi with a hat trick. Bright goes to ground. Quickly played by DePaul. Here's Messi. Messi looking for Alba. Shot blocked. Back to Alba. Jordy was looking for Luis. Inter Miami threatening. Nashville trying to clear, and they do. Mukhtar and Serge have it now up top, and Serge will play it back. Inter Miami will reset, and John Freeman tells Maxi Falcone to get up after he got bulldozered by Haney Mukhtar. And Freeman not having any of it. 84-35, 84-36, 4-2, Inter Miami on top. The other goal scorer for Inter Miami, the recently subbed off Baltasar Rodriguez. Cross in. Bauer with a header looking for Nahar. And that one blasted out of bounds by Maxi Falcone. Ball clear, going to be a throw-in. 2 substitutions about to come on for Nashville. But Inter Miami, I'm getting the replay here of Suarez one-on-one. Joe Willis just getting a hand on it from making it 5-2 in the 83rd minute. But 85-17, 85-18, Inter Miami enjoying a 2-goal lead, 4-2. Edvin Texath now has it. Played to Brugman. Nashville trying to find something. They have been all but dead in the second half. Falcone wins it. Inter Miami back on it. DePaul shot, or rather pass blocked. Here's Mukhtar outside of the box. Now in the box is Lovitz, and that's going to be a corner for Nashville. Can Nashville put their first shot on target of the second half off of this corner? This has been all Lionel Messi. Nashville plays it short. Big shot blocked. Brugman was looking for goal. Little ambitious there, as now Rocco Rios Novo has it. Inter Miami playing out of the back. Now Alba has it. 86-28, 86-29. 3-man 3-ball between Ian Frey, Jordi Alba, who's made his way all the way to the right side. Coach Mascherano tactically changing things up after Toto Aviles recently substituted Tadio Allende off. Sergio Busquets boxing out Hani Mukhtar in the box. They have officially pressed him to Kingdom Come now, and he begs him on a pass and gets it to Falcone. Now Falcone pass out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. Two substitutions coming on, Bunbury and Acosta. Bunbury and Acosta, they're going to take off Tegseth and Mukhtar. So Bunbury and Acosta coming on for Mukhtar. But Lionel Messi with the hat trick, certainly the story tonight. His far side touchline is Frey getting harassed by Boyd and Brugman. Frey with the throw. Played back to the Inter Miami defense. Aviles now to Rios Novo. Inter Miami playing out of the back, I think at this point in the 88th minute, trying to see how much extra time Nashville is going to be awarded, but they are enjoying a 2-goal cushion right now as they're playing keep away in the back. This is the first hat trick for Inter Miami's Lionel Messi all year long. Messi had a hat trick back in 2024, but this is Messi's first hat trick of the season with his 35th minute goal, the penalty kick goal, and his most recent goal in the 81st. Inter Miami still playing it out of the back with Rios Novo and DePaul. Aviles now has a far side touchline. 88, 59, and 89. It is officially the 89th minute. We were 1 minute away from hearing about the allotted extra time here at Geodis Park in Nashville. Inter Miami enjoying a 4-2 win. 3 goals, a hat trick by Lionel Messi. The lone goal that's not named Lionel Messi is Baltasar Rodriguez. Falcone getting rough with Andy Nahar. Like the way he tackled him, but John Freeman blew his whistle and gave it to Nashville. Boyd plays it to Bunbury. This is Brugman. 89-40, 89-41, 42. As I mentioned, Messi's first hat trick of 2025. He's got a plethora of braces, plethora of games where he has 2 goals, but his first 3-game hat trick goal of the season. Officially 90 minutes and 5 minutes of extra time has been awarded. 5 minutes of extra time has been awarded, brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. That is AudiUSA.com to learn more. Aviles now, far side touchline to Frey. Frey with space. Ian Frey with a good run here. About to get closed down. He's in the box now. Back heel to Suarez. Messi! One-timer to Segovia. Goal! Velasco Segovia with a goal in the 90th minute, assisted by Lionel Messi. We are seeing a Messi masterclass in Nashville and Geodis Park. Wow! And these fans can't believe it. Messi chants have erupted at Geodis Park. Nashville, come on! 5-2, Inter Miami. It's a good run by Ian Frey. Frey played it into Suarez, back heel to Messi. Messi was one-on-one with Joe Willis and made the absolute right play to Velasco Segovia coming off of the left. And Segovia with a tap-in, walk-in goal. He could have walked the dog in. He could have walked it in, put it on a leash. Great play by Lionel Messi. That is now 3 goals and an assist for Messi in the game, a hat trick, and a little cherry on top. 91-46, 91-47. We're a minute 51 into the allotted 5 extra time. Does Inter Miami have more? The Herons have exploded in the second half for 4 goals. They were down 2-1 at halftime. 4 goals in the second half. Nashville now, I mean, at this point, they cannot wait to hear the whistle. They are praying that head referee John Freeman decides to blow this whistle a bit early. Rios Novo now has it. He's going to hold it for a bit. I don't think Nashville is going to be. I don't think they're going to throw a fit over him holding it. To ground goes Yannick Bright. I think we had a cheap shot here by Acosta. We did, and he helps up Bright. Head referee John Freeman all over that. Give him credit there. Yeah. Wasn't a cheap shot, but definitely a foul. 93-02, 93-03, 5-2, Inter Miami on top. Lionel Messi with a hat trick. The goal scorers after that. Baltasar Rodriguez at Talasco Segovia. Messi assisting on the Segovia goal in the 90-plus extra time. Extra time, once again, brought to you by your local South Florida Audi dealer. Visit AudiUSA.com to learn more. Test drive that brand new Q6 e-tron today is Rios Novo almost with a howler. Press was on, but he dives back on the ball after his pass was intercepted by Bunbury. Busquets now to Messi. Messi trying to play on Ian Frey. Joe Willis leaving his lines as it looked like he was in a bit of a trouble, but Messi ends up with it. Messi with space. Gives it to Frey. Frey dispossessed by Bunbury, or by Brugman, excuse me, and he's on the run. Brugman with space. And ball one. Good ball-winning tackle by Busquets. Segovia has it. Near side touchline, Alba. Back to Segovia, inching closer to the box. Here is Suarez. Suarez plays Messi. Back to Suarez. Now here's Rodrigo de Paul right outside of the box on the right side. Now centralized to Bright. Inter Miami, do they have one more? Do they have 5 goals in the second half for us? Is that ball played to Suarez, and Suarez is offsides. That's going to be a goal kick for Joe Willis. 94-38, 94-39. We are 20 seconds away from the 5 minutes of extra time being done. And I'm sure John Freeman going to blow his whistle right at that 5-minute mark. After the explosion of goals. This was the best second half for Inter Miami all year long. 95-06, 07, and that is it. Final whistle. Inter Miami with 4 goals in the second half. A hat trick and an assist game for Lionel Messi. Witnessing history at Geodis Park, as that was Lionel Messi's first hat trick of 2025, and it came in the last game of the regular season. Messi will finish the year with 29 goals and obliterating the rest of the competition in the Golden Boot race. Lionel Messi with his hat trick and assist performance, definitely going to be the player of the week in the final match week of the MLS season. Segovia scoring the assisted Messi goal, and then Baltasar Rodriguez had the tap-in goal off of the Luis Suarez rebound. Final score, 5-2 here at Geodis Park. We'll wrap things up with your Inter Miami postgame show on your Inter Miami radio network.
Terrain, the all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami Postgame Show. Here's Mike Rizzo.
Wrapping things up on your Inter Miami Radio Network. Inter Miami big winners over Nashville 5-2. 4 goals in the second half. Inter Miami was down 4-1 after the first half. But Lionel Messi, with his first hat trick of 2025, 29 goals on the season, wins player of the match. Shocker. Messi, 3 goals and an assist on the night. Was absolutely brilliant. And Inter Miami now going to be the 3rd seed in the MLS playoffs. FC Cincinnati ended up beating Montreal tonight 3-0. So FC Cincinnati going to be the 2nd overall seed in the Eastern Conference. Inter Miami going to be the 3rd. Orlando, how about this, folks? Orlando not only lost, but fell all the way from the 6th team to the 9th team. Orlando City will now be playing in the wild card round on October 27th against the Chicago Fire in Chicago. Chicago is the 8th team. They will have home field and face Orlando on October 22nd. But Inter Miami will be the 3, and Nashville, believe it or not, this same team is the 6th seed, which means Inter Miami will play them 4 straight times. Inter Miami played Nashville tonight. They won 5-1 or 5-2. They're going to play them 3 more times after this because round 1 is best of 3. Round 1 starts this Friday, the 24th. Round 1 starts this coming Friday, the 24th, and will end November 9th. We don't have times yet and days for as far as when Inter Miami will play, but they will be playing Nashville. The 3rd overall seed, our Inter Miami Herons, will be playing Nashville, the 6th overall seed. You can take that to the bank in the round 1 best of 3. As I mentioned, Lionel Messi will win the Golden Boot race in the MLS, which is the most goals scored by a single player throughout the entire season. Messi, 29 goals on the year. He had a hat trick tonight and an assist. Messi, in my opinion, will win the league MVP as well for the 2nd straight year in a row. Final score, 5-2. Folks, I usually end this broadcast by saying, we'll talk to you here. We'll talk to you here. We'll talk to you then. I don't know when Inter Miami is going to be playing. So I don't know the next time I'm going to be talking to you great people around the world. But keep an eye on when Inter Miami is going to be playing because we will come on a half hour before kickoff. So say if it's a 7 o'clock kickoff, we'll be on at 6:30 that day. This is your Inter Miami Radio Network, and we are very proud to call the Herons, or rather to be the home of our Herons here on ESPN 1063. I want to thank my OG on-site producer, Oscar Gonzalez, Kiana, and everybody here at Inter Miami that treats us like gold. I want to thank my content director at ESPN 1063, Brian Rowitz, our general manager, Stephanie Prince, and the great Ken Levica, the voice of the Inter Miami Herons, who is on college football duties tonight. Final score, 5-2 on your Inter Miami Radio Network.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
The pink smoke is in the air. This is the Inter Miami postgame show. Here's Mike Rizzo.